So today I am outside turning my compost and adding some fresh scraps from the house and some brown materials as well, some shredded paper and some old bread and some dead flowers from Mother's Day. So just gonna give an update of what the bins look like so far. I have 3 bins that are currently going. The first bin I started at the beginning of the season after I emptied my last 2 bins from last season into the garden beds, which are behind me there, and they are thriving. So it looks like the compost was a good addition this year. So yeah, I'll flip the camera around now and show you what it looks like. I just opened up the 2 bins that I just recently started, and there's a lot of activity in here. There's some red wiggler worms that I had added last season that survived the winter, surprisingly. And then there's some what looks like the soldier fly larvae, which I've heard are very good for compost, and from my experience they help to break it down a lot quicker. So without further ado, here is what the compost is looking like as I prepare it to add new scraps for today. Okay, so that's the bin that I started. That one has it's pretty much, I think it was halfway full when I started it, so I'll open that one up in a little bit to see what it looks like. But these are the other 2 that I just started over the last couple of weeks, or restarted I should say, because these are the ones that I had emptied when it was time to get the beds ready for the spring garden. But as you can see, get a little closer, there's a lot of soldier fly larvae in there. There's a lot of movement. Looks like it's just breathing, and they are in there doing exactly what they need to do. So I'm about to dump a whole bunch of scraps. This is the other bin, and see some good movement in here as well. Maybe not as much as the other bin, but I will feed whoever is in here and hopefully get them going again. So over here is where I have all the scraps that I've collected from the house. So there's a bunch of bread left over from Memorial Day when we had a cookout and just had too much. And then got some strawberries that were starting to mold, some string beans. There's a big bag down in here that has a whole bunch of stuff that's been decomposing in the freezer for the last couple of weeks. Because I like to throw stuff into the freezer so I don't have to worry about smells and such. While I'm waiting to take it out to the compost bin. So yeah, I'm just gonna get going with adding this stuff in and then mixing it in really well, wetting it up, and then closing it up until next time. So this is what it's looking like so far. Now that I've added all of the greens and the scraps from the kitchen, now I'm gonna start adding in the browns. This is how it's looking so far. Just dropped my phone, sorry about that. But that's how it looks so far. And I'm just gonna run over and get the paper shreds and the banana peel water that actually ended up getting too old to use for my houseplants. So I'm gonna add it to the compost so that those nutrients, or not nutrients, but the bacteria and whatever has been happening in the, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So here are the paper shreds. I have a whole bin. It's not as much as I usually have, but I'm gonna have to use it and make do. Definitely gonna have to clean my phone after this because I'm holding it with my gloves and that's gross. And here is the banana peel water that I've had sitting for way too long that I thought could just sit and I could use it periodically when I need it, but apparently according to AI that can be dangerous for the plants because of how many microbes and whatever else is growing in there. Pretty gross. So yeah. All right, so I've got all the new stuff added. That's disgusting. I just wiped my hand on my face. So into the shower I go after this. Anyhow, I just got everything finished, adding everything, added some soil from an old plant that died because I didn't have enough shredded paper, and I'm probably gonna have to go in here and shred some more cardboard and put that on top just to make sure everything is as it's supposed to be. That's gross. But yeah, this is how it looks, and then I'll just close these up. See a hole in the top where a squirrel tried to get in at one point, and that's another reason why I need to make sure I have enough cardboard so that I can block out any smells as the foods are decomposing, so that it doesn't attract more squirrels to start chewing up the top. But you see the drainage holes, and put a nice big brick over there, and one over here, and one more. So weigh it down so that the tops don't blow off. But yeah, and then I said I would open the other one just to show you what it looks like, and I probably need to turn it anyway because it's been a while. The flies are out here having a field day. But this is the other one, and yeah, it's definitely due for a turning, but I don't know that I feel like it right now because I also need to cut up all those old rose stems. But yeah, everything is working down here as well. Definitely see some movement, some bugs, some worms. So I will just continue to let this decompose and probably add a little bit more to it the next time I come out. So yes, that was a glimpse into how I compost at home. Please pardon my appearance. I did not try to get cute before I came out here. This is just something that I've been putting off, and I needed to get it done. Now I'm all sweaty and hot and feeling disgusting after breathing in those smells for that long time that I was working out here doing this. So it's time to hop back in the shower again and start the day fresh. But again, this was just a quick look at how I do my own composting in bins at home. I would love to hear how you guys compost at home, or if you do, or if you even considered it, and what method you use. If you have any pointers or tips or suggestions for me after seeing my method, I'm happy to hear that. Please leave it in the comments below, and I will see you next time with the next update from the Soul Appeal Wellness Garden. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.